Here goes that.
58, come on. Got one.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Darnold now to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down, Saints.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check back, check back. Check 37, check 37.
Now Darnold. On the screen, Bernard.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back, they like to run that play there and try and run over people.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Side. 57 to Mike. One twist. Ready. Check.
Back to throw, Darnold. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready? 58, Mike. I'm going to come back to you. Check. 80 weapons. Wide. Get wide.
Jones off the play fake. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
No. Off.
This is Ingram. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And Rudolph has it left side. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Shoot! Lady. Coaching spell.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Darnold. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Side. 58 for Mike. Here we go. Left. Lady. Hey, Charlie.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down.
Big hit all day. Sack City, baby.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. McCaffrey following the penalty. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 30 on 2nd down. Darnold, that's to McCaffrey, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
This is something that we expected to see. McCaffrey used out of the backfield. 107 catches in 2018, the most in one season by an NFL running back.
Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now it's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Shoot. Back to throw. Jones. Quick slant. Caught by Moore. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones is brought in by Jamison Crowder. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Let's go. 30 base.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Like.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Rock it.
He's coming. Double up.
On the ball. Ready.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And a nice gain of 21 yards. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7.
Pilot, 64, wing. Smooth.
58, come on.
Let's go.
Jones now operating from the gun. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Mark Ingram, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. Steps away to his left. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Crowder now to return. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
X3, 218, jump. Hey, exit.
1st and 10.
5.
Off play action. Jones. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
7 brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
You got tight.
Recon, 132 fighter.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Ingram. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check. Crouch. Crouch.
Topper. Topper.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 31.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Ingram. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, echo.
Check, 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 check. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Check, check, lucky, lucky, lucky. Check 3, check 3.
Look, squeeze. Let's go.
2nd and 5 now. Jones on the catch. It's Crowder. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
58, the mark.
Get it.
Jones on first down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Yo, go, go.
Back up, back up. 58, right over there.
Now Jones. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So as they take it over, we step aside. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
General West.
Check 6 guys.
Hey, Alpha.
He's coming. We got double up, double up.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Let's get the ball. Let's go. Let's go.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
2. Blue draw Corkers.
You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. Check 24. Check 24.
You're out.
36. Shift.
Hey, Orbit. Look at me. Zipper.
Shift.
Let go.
2nd and 2. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Mark Barron. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. DeAndre Hopkins, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Saints have taken the lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
The Jaguars take over at their own 25-yard line. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
At the 45-yard line.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Check pass.
Throwing Jones. And he's taken down here by the Saints. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Here's Jones, throwing on 3rd and long. Incomplete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw.
It got his man complete. 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. DeAndre Hopkins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with him. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there. Let him go get it.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I'm here all day.
A final shot before break. Jones over the middle here to Brown. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Ingram. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Line 36. Line 2.
And some space here. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Now, last week was commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, check Mike.
Ready?
Now Jones throwing again, escaping the pressure right. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Ingram. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. Eluding the pressure. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Darnold from the gun. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. It's a gain of 6 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end. But running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
We're going to sign. It's Mike, 57. Here we go, G.
Hey, 80.
57's Mike. Mike, 57.
And what's that? And what's the ball?
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Here's Darnold. And Wilson has it. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
And the Saints first down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
58 to Mike. It's a party now. It's a party now. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist. Switch, switch.
Come on, young lady.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Go, son.
Watch 57. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Switch.
Lady.
Faking the give, Darnold. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Switch, switch, switch.
To throw is Darnold. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 44-yard line.
First down, New Orleans.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A play fake, and it's Darnold. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Darnold. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Christian McCaffrey, last year's catch leader among running backs, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Darnold to throw again. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 26. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
No room to be had there on the 1st down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Pro Bowler C.J. Mosley, the Ravens' leading tackler last year, up to make the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Get in the weight room. Hey, lady. 58's the money. 58's the money. Yeah.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
58's the mic. 58. 58's the mic. Let's go, D. Tight touch.
Back to throw, Darnold. That's complete. Bernard. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And that last penalty makes this 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Hey, lady. Go 58's the mic. Switch up. Switch up.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back.
58's the mic. I'm coming for you. You mine. So 80.
And the blitz does come. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A 6-yard pickup.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Recon, 132 fighter.
2nd and 4. And he finds Penny.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. K1 Short able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Returning, it's Benjamin. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And the Saints.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Go sack. 58 to Mike. Come on, D. Kill. Undercrush. Red 80.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Darnold gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that 2nd down play.
No, it's all on your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. On 2nd down and 4. Darnold, that is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Travis Benjamin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
At the 34-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there.
Hey, wahoo! Get it.
2nd and 5. Flushed out right. His throw incomplete. David Moore, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass.
I'm going to run you over.
Jones operating from the gun, able to find Switzer. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. Jones now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jones forced out to his left. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Now they're setting up a screen here on the left side. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. 2nd down in inches. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
They'll go with Hill here on first down. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. 2nd and 5 now. Jones, this is caught. And he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. They come out here in the eye.
Watch the slats. Watch the slats. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
General West.
58 to Mike. I got it. 58, right over there. Right up.
They'll look to run with Ingram. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Saints' 2-yard line.
Brown, the lone receiver, left. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. 2nd down and goal. Jones, and that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Elijah Penny, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. Down 2 scores, out of timeouts, a must recover if they're going to have any shot. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Joker.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. They find some open field here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Outside. 58, Mike. Here we go, G. It's just me and you.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know. Well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
first carry for Giovanni Bernard. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for New Orleans, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.